So I'm in a commercial kitchen today where they keep having ants.
How dare you, insect? How dare you interrupt?
So I'm in a commercial kitchen today where they keep having ants. It's a metal building. They put a commercial kitchen in here, bathrooms, a little carpeted area to hang out and visit. So I'm going to show you some of the places that I always talk to customers about sealing holes, because we can do a treatment where that insect or that pest is coming through that hole, but that will wear off at some point. So sealing that is the actual bigger part to the fix there. The recommendation is silicone caulk. Some of the bigger holes you can use expanding foam if you need to, but getting it sealed, however that happens, it really doesn't matter on the bug end. Choosing what to use has a lot to do with the aesthetics and the materials that you want to use. So this has a serving window here with this stainless steel surface put on. Well, you can see we've got spaces in between here, which that wall is open in behind there, so that's why you want to seal that. We've got spaces behind the steel right here, and I'll show you. So I told them to seal, and they did. However, if you don't do it right and there's little spaces and gaps, then the whole seal job is pointless. It's that little hole right there. So we've got the same thing on this side, just a little bit, not as bad. Let's look on top, see what the top says. Yep, got those spaces on the top of it. So if you look at this, you can see where they tried to seal it, but they didn't smooth it out. So there's a whole bunch of holes, and every little time they pulled the trigger for the caulk, they made a little bubble there, and now there's a bunch of holes. So that needs to be fixed, redone, pulled off, whatever. And of course it goes around the whole frame, because we've got one material in the wall and we've got another material for the frame. Then we have another material for the work surface where we have even more gaps. And the issue here is these all lead in behind this wall to where it's just open. So we've got this table right here, which unfortunately is screwed to the wall and I can't pull it out. But this cover here covers this serving area, and as you can see right back in here, all this is open, and it's open to the wall, it's open to behind here, it's open to this crack here because it wasn't sealed properly. Nobody can treat it, so the best thing to do is for us to treat it and then you seal it, but it's got to be sealed properly. So here's where the ants were originally coming from. They're going up this. You can shut this this door here if you're not serving, and there's that little crack in between the metal of the wood is where they've been coming from. So that can be sealed as well, treated and sealed. So get it all or don't bother when it comes to sealing for pests. So this is another place you can seal up right here. A lot of times they'll come from here. Now some of these have holes in the back and they can come through there, and there's no real easy way to get that fixed without pulling the whole thing out. And I'm not an electrician, so I ain't doing it. So this is another area where they like to get, but a little bitty seal right here would help with that. Also right next to it is the door frame As you can see, this little space here. The problem here is not necessarily the opening here, but because it's open to the wall on this piece on the inside, and definitely on the bottom where it's open into this wall, and that's how they get through. So these little things here I call plumber's cheat rings, because you see what's going on behind them? A hole. That's what's going on. So the best thing to do is to pull this ring back and seal the actual hole. In this instance, like many, you can't get it back far enough to do too much good, so put it against the wall and seal around this plumber's cheat ring. This does not seal anything. All this does is make the plumber not have to make a pretty hole. You can just poke an ugly hole, throw the pipe through it, throw the little cheat ring on it, and be done. Here's another example of spaces that need to be sealed. There's spaces in the floor where there's no baseboard, no anything there to stop food or water from getting down in there. You want to seal that even if you don't have bugs. Every sink has this hot and the cold and the outflow to the sewer. You definitely want to get that stuff sealed up. And you've got weird stuff like this, which don't really know why it's like that. That's just a big hole in the wall which any pest that wants can come through. Seal it up. Here in the bathrooms we have the exact same thing. We got this plumber's cheat ring. There is just a hole in the wall, so anything that wants can come through, and that obviously isn't going to stop anything. So pull this back if you can and seal the actual hole. If you can't do that, push it against the wall and seal the hole. Seal the cheat ring to the wall. Get it all, or don't even bother.
Automatic venom for chamber!
Challenge